Hello and welcome to Arc Hour Gaming. This is Victor Arcadia, and tonight we are playing Super Smash Bros. Ultimate for the Nintendo Switch. I will not be on web camera tonight, but I will have an arena open in a little while. I'm just going to go ahead and try to practice a little bit again with Fox to see whether or not I can get him into Elite. Chances are I won't this time around, but let's find out. Let's play the game a little bit. Here we are. Ooh, wait 1 second before I actually start. Take a look at something real quick.
Elite Smash!
1 second, folks. Oh, dokie. Let's see, where are you, Fox?
Fox!
Okay. We should be good, I think. Okay. Boy, oh boy. It is cold as all hell today. I tell you what. We're going to pick Banana Yellow for Fox. Blech. That was gross. Fox versus Fox? Yuck. I'm already going to tell you, I'm going to have a horrible time around this. Okie dokie. An interesting way to win that one. All right. Oof. Well, he did that to himself. So, I guess that's a victory?
Fox wins!
I may not win the next match, but fuck it. Ooh, he left. Interesting. It's a late night. I really don't expect people to come on down and be a part of this tonight. I did fall asleep comfortably like a big fat baby that I am. I enjoyed it. Nothing beats a nice good nap. Oh, if no one shows up, that's okay. This will be a rather short stream, I guess. Caught the koi.
Come at me.
Oh wow, hilarious. Oh man, it's just Akira. Kazuya. Oof, we had trouble with this last night.
3, 2, 1, go!
Huh. What does he have? Super armor? Oh wow. behind. That is legit like an OP move. Whoa. Oh. Oh, come on. Oh my gosh. What the freak? What kind of... Jesus, that blade looks terrible. Alright, let's see. Oh god, it's Sonic the Hedgehog. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Interesting. Wow. Give me 1 second, folks. Let me check something out. Do I actually have the wrong title on? Oh, okay, this guy. Dokey. there we go. Okie dokie, I suppose. Get out of here. Jesus Christ. Ugh, that was terrible. No, I don't want to rematch against that guy. Ugh, I hate going up against Sonic the Hedgehog. No. No, no. Okay. Well, I guess I'll have the arena open now, I suppose. Got him back to 8 at least. So, there's that. I'm sad that I can't get him to where I need to get him. Just too much work to use a character like that, you know? We're going to have the arena open. If anybody wants to join, the arena ID will be available at the bottom left-hand corner of the video so that you can join. The arena ID will be put right in a few seconds.
Into the ring.
So, H2 is the first part, SG9. H2 SG9. Come on down, folks. Play some Super Smash Brothers. Hopefully somebody wants to play. I'm going to go ahead and switch characters right now. This probably won't be a very long stream at all, I don't think. It is kind of late, and I figured, why not? Sure, I'll try this guy out. We'll try one of the Belmonts in honor of watching Castlevania. And we're going to change the song, or rather, the stage. Yeah, we'll do that one. Jimothy. Okay, we're going to go up against a dude with the name Mama. Alright, Mama.
Good luck.
Good luck. Here's to a good fight, old top.
Go!
Thank you for liking this stream, David Santos. Huh. Interesting. Oh, is he gonna do that? Oh, that's what you get, buddy. And I get that right back. Ugh. This guy must think he's really good. That's okay. We're just gonna do that, I guess. Tis okay.
I vanquish the darkness.
All right, folks, the arena ID is H2SG9. That's H2SG9. Looks like he wants to fight again. This time he's going to switch up his little grab game stuff, right? Interesting. So that's like super annoying. Alright, first KO. Wow. So he's just gonna do that all day. Okay. Don't worry. I'm gonna use my actual character on him, teach him a lesson real quick. Oh, wow. Alright, I'm gonna switch characters. This guy's making me very upset. Okay. We're gonna give him the touch of Yoshi. Alright, let me switch characters real quick.
Choose your Yoshi.
There with pink. Aw, he left. Of course, because he knew that his little gimmick was going to be over. That's okay. Not a problem. And I'll go back to purple. It is a shame. Don't do that. Alright, Slim Jim. Here we go. Good luck. Inigo Montoya. Laggy lag. Alright. Oh wow, this guy came out the cuts. I shouldn't have vaped. Ew. Huh. What is with this leg? Wow, this lag is just bad. Straight to hell, back up to heaven. Ew. Okay. Ooh, I got him. Huh. Good game. Oh my god. We've got Regina George. Regina George. Alright, here we go. As I take a sip of my Arizona.
Good luck.
Very nice. Oh, I got ganked. Okay, well, even if I take out at least one stock, I will be happy. looks to me like that may not be the case. Going up against Regina. Lovely. Interesting. And they win. Oh. You win. We got King Reptar and Joe. I'm gonna put myself in the spectator seat. The battle shall commence. Good luck. Yeah, a little bit, but that's okay. I'm not really feeling it. Honestly, I was gonna stream Kirby in the Forgotten Land, but I figured, people want to watch probably want to play Smash. So I was like, screw it, I'll do this instead. But honestly, I'm not really feeling like Smash today. So I'll just cut it in like an hour or so, probably. But if people join, I'm more than happy to keep the arena going, but for me, I don't know if I'm gonna play that much tonight. Oh man, I love this song. Oh, what? That shouldn't have happened. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I want to move Smash for very long. I need to beat Kirby anyway. I need to get on that. It's been a minute since I've actually played the game. I feel bad. I know that there's people out there that wanted to watch Kirby. So I'm like, okay. I don't know, we'll see. Good luck.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Good luck. Good luck.
I love that. Bring in the pain. Oh, that's unfortunate now. I would love to stream Mario Party. I would love to stream that, but I don't have enough friends that play that game. And apparently you can't. Excuse me, you can't do random people online, I don't think. You can only do like mini games online. So that kind of sucks, but either way. I don't know, we'll see in like 30 minutes. Kirby or not. Like I said, if people want to join, they can. The arena ID is H2S9. Come on down and play some Super Smash Brothers with these fine folks. I might just stay in the spectator seat. I don't know. The lobby doesn't fill. I mean, if the lobby fills, I'll jump in. Why not? But in the meantime, So the package is coming tomorrow, thankfully, but anywhere between 8 a.m. and 7 p.m., so that's really vague. That's basically waiting the whole day. And the thing about UPS is they seem to love to say that I wasn't here to pick up the package, but I'm always here. It's like, come on, man, you don't even ring the doorbell or anything. I gave them the access code. No, if you had Mario Party, you would be able to play with me. If we were friends on the Switch, we'd be able to play. But what I mean is like random, like just random people. Like, you know how like I'm playing Smash right now? These are just random folks coming in. If we were friends, then yeah, absolutely. I'd be more than down to play a little bit of Mario Party. Ooh.
3, 2, 1, go!
Yeah. King Reptar versus Regina George. Sadly, most of my friends don't play Mario Party either. I'm like, come on, man, what do you guys play? They're like, Overwatch. I'm like, I don't want to play Overwatch. I was thinking of doing maybe one day doing a stream of like Paladins, but I'm like so not that into shooters. Pretty sure I do terrible. I used to be okay at Paladins. One of my favorite characters was, what was her name? Saris. She was a healer. She's a healer, and then I also like Sky too. She's like a flank type character. Yeah, I recommend it for the sake of playing with people online. Mario Party. As for Paladins is also pretty fun. I think it's free. There is like a golden pass or something like that allows you to have all the characters unlocked and every new character unlocked. Last time I checked was a couple of days ago, and they added a bunch of new characters. I was like, whoa. I also have Mario Golf for the Nintendo Switch. It's another game I could try to play. But I mean, like, I'm gonna say something about golf. Golf is a fun game to play online, but a horrible game to watch. Very boring. I wonder if anybody here has watched Forge Master or Forged in Fire. I think that's the name of this show. I'm currently watching it right now a little bit, and I love watching this show. Seeing these people make swords. You know, got a Captain Falcon. Okay, Zoolander, eh? David says, I need to get that game then. Used to play Mario Party with a buddy of mine. N64 GameCube before he passed away. My condolences to your friend, man. Yeah, they make weapons on the show, and also from games and some historical stuff too. I saw like an ad of it on Facebook where they made a I forgot what it was called, but I think it's one of the blades that the character from Assassin's Creed uses. I think his name is like Ezio. I'm still waiting for them to make the God of War blades. The Blades of Chaos would be something so dope to watch. Oh my goodness. David said, appreciate that. He died almost 7 years ago. Had major kidney issues. That's very sad, man. I used to pick up a lot of people that were in dialysis that needed to be in the dialysis center for like almost 8 hours every day. So I'd pick them, I'd pick them up, drop them off at the dialysis center, and then at the end of the night, I'd come back and pick them up afterwards. I met a really nice person there. He was a nurse, I think, for some point, but he told me he had a choice between keeping his kidneys or using this machine that he could use at home, or go to the dialysis center. 'Cause he said he could no longer use the restroom since his kidneys could no longer filter, or something like that. Like something about urine. He couldn't urinate anymore. It was really sad. But hopefully he's all right and he'll get an operation and maybe get some kidney transplant or something. But he was a really sweet kind of dude. He was young though. He was pretty young, probably like my age. But it sucked. He said that he'd have to come here like every single day. Just like, Jesus, man, that's torture. I'd pick a lot of elderly people up too. But that's like more understandable than the people like a young dude, It's crazy. Just an unfortunate events that happen, I suppose. He wanted me to get into Scarlet Witch. I never watched that show. Told him I would, but I never did. I forgot all about it until right now. Or not Scarlet. What's it called? WandaVision. There you go. I wonder how he's doing. I had a couple of favorite people I'd love to pick up. There was this old dude by the name of Mr. What was his name? Mr. Shoot, it started with a P. I know that much. Oh, man, it's gonna eat me alive now at this point. Mr. something. I don't know, but he was a really nice old dude. Like, he looked like a really grumpy old guy, but the dude was actually really cool. A lot of those older people, they'd always have kind of a messed up attitude. Obviously, for going through pain, they're not going to have a lot of patience. But I'd pick him up early. I'd drop him off early. Whenever he got out, whenever he was waiting, I'd just say, come on down, get in the bus, He'd be like, sweet. Sometimes he'd give me a tip or something. I'd be like, that's not necessary. He's like, I know it's not. I just want to give it to you. He was awesome. I hope he's doing all right. Let's see. David said, yeah, my buddy had dialysis 3 times a week. And then he had to do it daily. His dad gave him one of his, but it failed, and then he couldn't get a donor fast enough. He quickly declined and passed. That's cool, though, man. You used to help people like that. One of my favorite jobs was being a CNA. I loved my job. I'll be honest with you, man. I loved my job. I just hated the traffic and the management at that company. It was so terrible. I mean, it really like that bus company really reinforced the negative attitude towards their passengers. And I'm just like, bro, like, these people are, they're sick. Some had special needs, Why would you make their day worse by like saying, well, no, I can't pick you up because you're like 5 minutes late? Like, really, bro? I like to pick them up early, or I like to get to their pickup location early and let them know, like, hey, I'm here. Give them a call or tell dispatch, like, yo, I'm just let them know that I'm here. Because a lot of those people like to be early. In fact, I don't know what it is about some of the other drivers, but they'd come late and they'd be all like, oh, well, we're here, but in 5 minutes I'm gonna leave. If you make it early, you can wait like at least a minimum of 15 minutes or whatever, if you want. And I would. It's like, I don't care. Like, what is management gonna tell me? What are they gonna tell me? Are they gonna tell me you shouldn't be waiting that long because you have other pickups? I'm like, dude, I can get to my next pickup way faster than you think. But yeah, they kind of taught you negative reinforcement type stuff. It was bad. Yeah, I blame that lady. I really do. The main manager lady, she was not a very pleasant person to work with. Everyone else in management was decent, The supervisors were pretty cool. A couple of them had my back and would tell me some of the inside secrets of the company that would put the main boss into a legal bit of trouble. My company has been sued multiple times by employees, and I always seem to get a paper regarding that too. Like, hey, we're gonna sue this company because of unfair treatment and also terrible management. I never signed that stuff. I'm like, I wanted to work in management. I wanted to be a supervisor at that company, but unfortunately, that never came to be. So I wanted to see if I could try to change a little bit of the, morale at that company, and change things around from the inside. And I never got a chance to. I applied for it multiple times. I got rejected, while others, got approved. That ended up quitting anyway. I'm just like, really, bro? One of the things that's funny, I still remember to this day that there was this giveaway. They had this raffle thing at my job, right? And the grant, like, there's like a prize for the person who has the best, who fuels their buses on time, or checks it and marks everything correctly and picks everybody up on time and doesn't miss any days. They'll get a reward, and one of the rewards would be a Fitbit. The top prize was like a one of those old Samsung tablets that they used for the buses. And I was just like, why would anybody want this crap? Like, first of all, what would you be using a Fitbit for if you're a bus driver and you're at work 12 hours sitting on your butt all day? Like, what's the point of having a Fitbit? You know what? For our 2 days off? Like, no way, bro. Nobody wants to go jogging after like being treated like crap, dealing with terrible traffic. And who wants to just, I'm gonna go for a walk after 12 hours of work? Terrible prizes, honestly. And in my mind, I was like, this is what people are. This is what the main boss who has millions of dollars is offering her employees. How about giving people a raise, or how about giving them vacation or paid time off, something that people actually want and would give them more of a reason to want to work harder, like, or do things that would boost the morale of the company. Instead, you're giving us crap that, like, I can buy a tablet for $100. Like, let's be real. I could get a Fitbit too. Like, this is stuff that I can buy with my own money. But you know what I can't buy? Time off. How about a raise? You can't buy a raise. How about giving us that to show us that, you are a valued employee in our company? This is how we're going to reward you, by giving you an extra day off, an extra paid day off, and a raise. That would have been amazing, man. But no. She figured, everybody wants a Fitbit, and these are things that she probably wanted. You know what I mean? Like, come on, bro. This is what I hate about these companies, man. I don't mean to badmouth every company. No, I mean, there were some awesome companies that I worked for before. Like, when I was a brewer, it was great. When I was a cook, when I was like a frontline cook, which is basically a chef without the title of chef. But that had amazing benefits, man. Like, you could become a 3-star. If you become a 3-star, you'll be able to travel all across the United States. You become like a 4 or 5-star, you can travel all across, the world to different locations that are part of the chain. You'd get paid flights, paid hotel rooms. You get to just train people and meet one of the the top cooks in our company. When I was a frontline guy, I should have stayed there, but I never did, because I thought working for that bus company would have been, where I could finally just have a consistent, place I want to stay at. But just like one of my closest friends, I'm a bit of a nomad when it comes to working. I don't like to stick around for more than maybe 2 years at a company. After that, I tend to just leave. Good job, Regina. David says, yeah, that's why I quit working as a CNA. Was threatened to be fired because I wouldn't give a nurse's name who sent me to the ER when there was an accident one night. So I quit. Maybe you did the right choice by leaving, man. I don't know what you do now, but hopefully you found something that you actually enjoy. Thing about work is you want to work at a place where you can deal with the BS, because every job's going to have BS. You know what I mean? Okay, so this person already knows what I'm going to do in the first couple of moves. So, wow, you are a jerk, Regina. Can I attack you at least? Let me get an attack in. Dang, girl, come on now. Ugh. Ugh. This is the kind of person that makes me not want to play the game. Like, legit. You make me not want to play. No, I'm good. No, I'm good. Nah, I'm good. You don't make it fun. You don't make it fun. Make the fight fun. Don't make it to where it's boring, where you're just attacking all the time. I'm gonna kick you. I don't like you. I don't like you. I'm sorry. I don't like you. You're too much. You're doing too much. No, I'm not gonna kick you. I'm not that much of a jerk. I'm not kicking you, Regina. I'm not kicking you. I'm just messing around. I'm salty because I lost, because I suck. Okay? Sure, I'll just do it. It says, yeah, I do security, and the only good part is the concerts, but I'm sort of like you and the fact that I can't stick to a job that long. Get bored. Same, man. That's what it is, man. Getting bored of the same thing over and over. The routine of doing the, what do you call it? Monotonous stuff. It's boring, man. You just want to do something different, and I don't know. It's also like, I don't know. I like to learn new skills sometimes, that's what I want to do. I want to work for a security company. I can't really name the name, but I would like to work there, but I don't know if they're ever going to call me. They said they were, but, I'm still waiting. It's been almost actually, it's been officially about 2 weeks now. It takes 2 weeks to process. So, there's possibly a chance that I may work there. If not, I may have to actually look for something else. Something that's worth, working at. Maybe I'll go back into doing transportation again. I don't know. Ah, man, I scratched my nose. I love it. Oh, man, I am just not in the mood to play, I guess. I would do a lot better than this. You guys saw last night. I was doing okay. What? He went down too? Ugh. Wee, you went. Oh, I'm still alive. Yoshi says hi. Hello, Yoshi. Thank you, Wayne, for liking the stream. Wow, that actually can kill? But yeah, I do want to work security myself. It's like a desk job security thing. And it's like, you know what? This looks like the perfect kind of thing for me. They offer training and stuff. I'm from Australia. Or do I have to friend you? Well, you don't have to friend me. You can just jump on in. The arena ID is H2SG9. Come on down and play a little bit of Super Smash Bros. With me, man. It's all good. I have no problem. As long as you're not like that Samus. Ugh. That was just too much, man. Ugh. Who do I want to try, man? Like, I don't know. Let me see. Nah, that's too fast for me. Zelda's too bleh. Captain Falcon, no. I'll do Ganondorf. Yeah, come on down. The arena's open. H2SG9. Here's to a good fight. And he went from psychic type to fighting. Really? That should have hit. Beautiful. I ain't coming back from that. No problem. Take your time, man. I don't care. Ow. 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 Okie dokie. Whee. Oh my god, I actually made it? That's a miracle and a half. Just to get kicked. Ow. Okay. Whoa, right in the kisser. God damn. I don't know. I've done a lot of weird jobs. I've been a warehouse worker. I've been a cook. I've been a dishwasher. I've been a driver. I've been a bus. What do you call that? A bus boy. I've been a bunch of things, man. I had so many things. I think I would have a better chance at this job if I get one, but they can give you one. Thing is, though, I'd be working with the police, so I have to go get my fingerprints done once I'm, accepted into this company. And I would love to be accepted because, hey, I need money. Excuse me. Bro, he broke my shield. David said, I had to pay for my own guard card and don't get paid for any training I need to keep up on. Kinda sucks. Been looking for other companies near myself. Man. It's unfortunate. I have to get my license renewed, and the worst part of it is, since I have all those endorsements, I can't just renew it. I have to take all the tests again. I'm just like, that's gonna be a nightmare because I don't really remember any of this stuff that I'm supposed to know. I have to go back and restudy. My license expires in about 5 months from now. Oh, interesting. Ooh, I like that. That's a nice punch. Huh? My Spartan kick didn't do anything? Oh, that's whack. I wish that would have hit. Ah. What? I survived that? Oh man, I can already tell you I'm not going to survive very long. That's it. I figured as much. See, David said, working at a winery was one of my favorite jobs as well. I work with police when at venues and concerts. Guards are basically the main police. Actual police are only there after we handle the job. Sheesh. And yet you're probably only getting paid security job money instead of policeman money, right? That's unfortunate, man. I don't know who it'd be. Maybe Wario. Sure. Sora. Ooh. I wish Nintendo would make more games co-op, like online co-op with people. It would make things so much more fun, man. Like, I'm not really big into, like, fighters or all that sort of stuff. I'm more into, like, just co-op games, you know? Oh, I thought I could eat that. No, put her there, pal. No. Whoa. Oh, there goes me. Huh. I can heal from that? Amazing. What? Hey. Whoa. I'm doing terribly today. What? I love Wario so much. Oh boy. Booty bump. Let's see, David says, yeah, I play a lot of games solo that could be co-op on PlayStation. I have a Switch, but literally got it for Christmas this last year, so I haven't gotten many games yet. Smash, Katamari, Pokemon, and Mario Kart. Yeah, there's a lot of games out there that are fun on the Nintendo Switch, but me, personally, I have a whole collection of just random games. Ooh, we've got a purple banjo and kazoo. Nice. E Bronco says Nintendo needs to fix 2 things to compete with the Xbox and PS, and those are enabling voice chat for most games and fixing the online connection. I can understand the reason why they don't want to put voice chat into the game, into the actual console. I feel like it's more of like a safety precaution when it comes to children. They want to keep it away like that, but at this point, it is something that they may want to consider doing. But also, there is a lot of toxicity with a voice chat, you know what I mean? So that's probably one of the reasons also why they choose not to. I couldn't really tell you that. Although another thing, I would agree with you on the online connection. It would be amazing if they could just have it to where the games are actually playable online, because a lot of them aren't. Or just bad. You know, there's one game that I have that I'm so surprised has not been updated, and was actually a really good game. It was this game called Aegis something. I forget what it was called, like the entire name. But it was called Aegis, and it was a kind of like a tactical RPG tactical kind of game. I mean, it was fun, but because of all the current updates that it had, which were like 3 years ago, the game is completely unplayable at this point. You can't do anything. There's like frame problems, and I was like, okay, maybe if I re-download the game and do it over, maybe it'll work. Nope, the game just refuses to work anymore. So it's like you basically bought a game that is defective because of the updates. Really, really bad, and they haven't done anything to fix it. Of course, it's not a Nintendo-owned game. It's not a first-party game, but still, you would think that somebody would have noticed this and called it out for it, but I guess since it's an old game, at this point, there's no real reason for them to update it anymore. Really sad. I don't know. Also, I don't really think Nintendo's trying to compete with, Oh, you have Borderlands? Ooh! I have Borderlands 3 on the PlayStation, though, I believe. That's a game I'd like to go back into. I never actually beat the game. But I would love to play that game like with a group of people and starting from like everybody just starting from scratch. You know what I mean? It'd be really fun. Another game I've been telling myself, I have such a long list of games I haven't beaten. I haven't beat Xenoblade 2 or 1. I haven't beaten Nier Automata. I haven't beaten the last PlayStation game that I actually beat was God of War, and that was like last year, which was a very fun game. I would love to stream that, but I feel like it would be a little too like violent for the stream. I don't know. I feel you, dude. That's the same. I'm the same way. I had that launch date, and I have not gotten too far. I was kind of at. I think I might have been like a little bit past the beginning, but you know, I only played that with my ex girlfriend and her current boyfriend, and so I feel like there's no point in me playing this game again. Reasons and things, I guess you could say. How did you like it? How'd you like the God of War game? I enjoyed it very much. I like Atreus. I like him. I didn't like when he started changing, like after After he found out he was a god, I'm just like, yo, that ego needs to, like, you need to, like, put that away again, bro, because that ego is bad. Let's see, Spyro 2, I'm on Borderlands 3. Switch genre is just a bit each time, so I'm not bored. Hello, Yoshi-Sanji. Sure, I'll try it. Man, they're making some tomahawks right now on Forged in Fire.
2, 1, go!
I'm gonna be real, my guy. I'm not on my A game today. Hey, that's a mine. That's a my motorcycle, huh? What are you doing? What are you doing, you Goomba? What? I'm seriously not on my A game right now. I'm sorry. I'd give you such a better match than this, man. I'm sorry. Boy, oh boy. Oh, come on. Finish it already, man. Finish me off. Come on, finish me off. There you go. Oh, boy. Don't worry about it, Yoshi. I'm doing terrible today myself. I'm like not in the real mood to be playing. So it's all good. Let's see. David says, I disliked God of War the first time I ever played it. Played since it wasn't really like the OGs, but went and tried again a few years later, which is recently, and I absolutely loved it. Yeah, there is something about, like, you know, there is a bit of a difference when you play the original God of Wars and this one, but it's not a bad change, honestly. I like the idea that, you know, Kratos is more, I'm not going to say he's more even-tempered, but he's less of what he was in the originals. I was sad to find out that the original voice actor was not going to play Kratos, but this one sort of fits it well, I think. This new voice actor does a decent job, a good job actually, a good job of being Kratos. It's just not what I was used to in the beginning. I do have God of War 1 through 3 on my PlayStation 4. I was going to go through it, but I haven't. I've played a little bit of 1, some of 2, but I have played through completion the PSP version of the game, which was God of War Chains of Olympus. That was a fun one. I enjoyed it. I was also very surprised that they put him in Soul Calibur for the PSP. I was like, what? they added Dampierre or whatever his name was. Honestly, the God of Wars, the first 3 feel almost like a 3. Like it almost feels theatrical in a lot of ways. God of War for the PS4 and 5, they're I don't know, they're just different. They're good. It's not a bad thing. PSP are the only God of Wars I didn't play. Get a chance to play and beat. Well, there's always emulators, my friend. Would be kind of cool to go back, no? Get a little bit more information upon some of stories with Calliope. You know, I think that was his daughter's name, right? Calliope. Freaking, I loved that trailer that they had for it, where they it was a live action commercial with like Kratos hugging his wife and his daughter, and then they turn into ash, and I was just like, and then the song, and then how Kratos' skin turned into ash. I was just like, I was like crying like a little baby because I love stuff like that. I enjoyed it. Let's see. Yoshi says, "What am I doing?" You're playing the game. That's what you're doing. It's okay. Play it however you see fit, man. I don't care. Have fun. It says, not at all. The PS4 God of War is absolutely amazing. Love the Norse mythology and love the graphics. Amazing job. Correct. I liked it so much that I ended up buying the audio book for it. I was like, ooh, I'm gonna listen to this. I only heard a little bit of it. There's a couple of books I should like read and listen to, but I've been so lazy to do stuff like that. Like there's this book that one of my passengers wrote. It's like a biography of his life. One of my passengers suffered a motorcycle accident years ago. The story from the beginning, he talks about his life living in Africa and how he was in the middle of a war between 2 parts of Africa or something. And but then it kind of like skips. He does like a time skip of his life, and he was talking about how he was on a motorcycle with one of his best friends who owns a moving company in California, and they were riding a motorcycle together. He was sitting in the back, and they were at an intersection when it was their right of way to turn, or to go forward, I should say. There was a truck driver there was a guy in a truck who sped right through a red light, and if you know anything about California people just don't know how to drive. So the guy ran a red light, crashed into my passenger. This was before he was injured. Crashed into him, and he flew about 15 feet in the air and hit a wall and bounced. The doctor said that he was not going to be able to walk, that he would be basically a vegetable for the rest of his life, but he proved them wrong by moving and walking and going through intensive therapy. The man survived, obviously, and he's no longer in a vegetative state. He walks, he talks. Unfortunately, he'll never be able to walk or talk the way he used to, but he is a survivor. And I told him, like, bro, like, I mean, I didn't call him bro, I'd call him Mr. Waldo. I was like, Mr. Waldo, and he would tell me, don't call me Mr. Waldo, don't call me Mr. Waldo, call me Joe. I'd be like, okay, Mr. Joe. He's like, no, don't call me Joe either, call me Joe, just Joe. And I was like, okay. Sweet guy, he wanted, I told him a long time ago, like, this guy, this book should be turned into like some sort of like, TLC Hallmark kind of movie of like his progression and his determination to continue to live and try to become and be a successful member of society. Because he definitely tried, and he has. He works, though he can't walk very well. he may have to sometimes possibly use a cane or something, but he's a survivor. And I think his story is an actual good one. I told him about it, and he's just like, I told him, look, I can try to help you talk to people who might be in the TV business. I would just have to do some research. I gave him the information. He told me that he would tell his friend, but the problem was he didn't trust his friend. He didn't trust his friend. He's like, Victor, I trust you. He's like, I trust you more than I trust my best friend. You're a good man. He would tell me that. He would tell me I'm a good man. I'm like, I'm not a good man. I'm just a guy who's got a lot of time on their hands and thinks a lot. And so he wanted me to actually go with him, but I'm like, bro, I can't do it. I told him I can't do it for a couple of reasons. First of all, I work, man. Unless you were to like schedule a pickup. Wow, I actually caught him. No. Oh man. Put her there, pal. Oof. Anyways, he told me that he trusted me more than he trusted his own friend, and was just like, listen, help me do it. And I told him, I would love to, but I don't have the time, and I'm not gonna go to that city unless I have a reason to, like a legit reason for me to actually want to go to my birth city. I was just like, no way, dude. I'm sorry. I told him I'll email you. I'll try to keep in touch with you, man, but chances are I probably won't be coming back from this job anyway. And lo and behold, I never came back. So I don't know how he's doing. Maybe I'll pay him a visit at his job one time and see if he's there. Oh, that's unfortunate. But yeah, he was a survivor, and I would have liked to see his show, his book the book of his life turned into a movie. 'Cause it would have been dope, or at least if not a movie, maybe a freaking what do you call that thing? TV, a made-for-TV kind of movie. Would have been interesting. Oh. For a second, I thought I was Banjo. Oh, it actually worked. Did I gain some sort of invincibility? Ow. Aw. Yeah, David said, we only live like 4 hours away from each other. We had a convo a little last night. We did, man. We did. Said, Cali stops for sure. That's a bummer, though. Getting hit on a motorcycle. That's one of my biggest fears for not getting one. I was funny because I was telling him that I want a motorcycle very bad. I want to be on a motorcycle and just cruise. But, there is the whole consideration of an accident. Kind of same thing happened to my dad. He got in an accident when he was younger. He went through with his motorcycle and crashed into a wall. All of his front teeth were destroyed, apparently, and he survived and everything, but they had to reattach his teeth somehow. I don't know. This was like the 90s or 80s or something. But, I think I get it from my dad, just wanting to have a motorcycle. I have an electric bicycle, and it's funny because my friend is like, "You're really trying to work your way to getting a freaking bike, aren't you?" And I'm like, "Yes." Shit, I even bought a motorcycle helmet, so I mean that tells you what my intentions are ultimately. So it's all part of the plan one day. What the freak? Wee. Okay, second stock. Surprised. Oh man. See, David says, that's funny. My dad is why I want one. He had a motorcycle when I was younger. He would take me places on it. Eventually, I had to sell it, and was never able to get one again. Keep a small motorcycle necklace on all times, basically with some of my dad's ashes on it. Oh man, my condolences about your father's passing, my friend. I don't even know where my father is at this moment. Last I heard, he was in Argentina. But I kind of cut ties with him for personal reasons. I guess I can talk about it a little bit. I mean, I'm not bad mouthing the man. He just, I searched for him for about 13 years. My sibling had just turned 13, so I figured, all right, I would tell my sibling, you should probably talk to our dad before, the day that because, he's an older man. I was like, you should probably talk to him before, the day comes where he's gonna, pass away. But my sister was just like, nah, bro, I got no intentions of wanting to talk to him. And I'm like, well, it is what it is. My mother's always been like, regardless of what your father was like towards you, you should always try to keep a level of respect for him, regardless of his actions. He's just he's an older man set in his ways. He was a very intelligent man. Apparently, he was a military guy in El Salvador. Apparently, he was in some sort of surveillance sort of. I think he was some sort of special ops surveillance in El Salvador or something. My mom has the all the papers and all that sort of stuff for his soldier stuff, but I've never seen it, so I don't know any of that sort of stuff. In fact, I knew that he was a soldier. He would tell me stories that were kind of crazy. He would say that one of the things that feels like that traumatized him was the fact that he saw one of his own friends get shot in the head right in front of his own eyes. And one thing that he said is, it's not like in the movies. It's really much worse. You would think, he was like, the way the bullet enters your skull is small, but it's what it leaves behind in the back of your skull. It's like a giant hole in your head. And I guess that may have traumatized him. And I fear in a lot of ways that the man may have had some sort of PTSD, which would explain some of his actions and the way he would, behave. As I've gotten older, I kind of realize that now. As a young man, I had no idea. It sucks. But, I would like to talk to him again, I suppose, for all intents and purposes, just because, he's my father or whatever. But I don't know where he is. I've tried to contact him. Found him on Facebook through family members. But his side of the family is very reserved. They don't like me. They don't like my. They don't like me. They just don't like me or my father. But they know everything about him, where he is. But they never want to share any information, which to me just tells me what kind of people they really are. That's why I don't really talk to my father's side of the family. It's one of those things, Aw, man. But yeah, I should contact him. The reason why I stopped talking to him is just like, I felt like he was a bit of a broken record player. He was like, look, I'm sorry, my son. I'm sorry for everything. I'm like, dude, I forgave you a long time ago. I forgave you. You're fine. But then he's like, look, let me borrow $1,000. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, let me borrow $1,000. What's that of you? You can make that in a week. I'm just like, wow, okay, we just had a somewhat heart-to-heart, and then you're like, give me $1,000? Like, bro, no. I see what you want. You want money. Bro, I don't got money for you. If I don't have money for my mom, what makes you think I have money for you, bro? My dad was just like, come on, man, you can make that like no, I'm a freaking, at the time, I was a freaking warehouse worker. I'm like, what do you think I do for a living? Like, what, did you actually think I was going to be a doctor? Like, bro, like, no. Whoa, I didn't know that could happen. But yeah, it was just crazy. I forgive him. I love the man. He's my dad, Which is why I can never understand how certain people be like, I hate my dad. I don't care about him. Or like, screw my parents. They're terrible people. Like, that's the difference, I think. Especially with like Latinos in my mind. Like, we have this mindset where we're just like, no matter what, it's always bad, And I see that a lot of people that aren't Latinos are very detached with that idea. You know what I mean? It's really weird. So when I have a friend who just recently got his own spot. He was I'm not gonna say names for the sake of anonymity, but he was quite disrespectful about how his relationship with his mother. And I would tell him, look, you need to realize something, man. If your mom has an attitude, it's because she wants you to move out. And second of which, she's probably stressed out that, she's the only one paying the bills. Meanwhile, everyone else in that household isn't really pulling their own weight. Like, do you understand? And the guy just didn't say anything to that thing. And I'm just like, well, bro, if you're not going to respond to it, then that what I'm saying holds quite a lot of truth, man. And it sucks that I have to be the person to tell you, But, stop disrespecting her. And no matter how, rude she can be, you can think however you want to think about your family to yourself. But when you're over here out loud saying how you feel towards your family, screw my mom and dad or whatever. It's like, bro, first of all, we're in our freaking 30s. You have to understand that those people are set in their ways, man. They can't change at this point. We can, because we have something that they don't have. The experiences that we went through, You just gotta understand that it's not. Some people are just incapable of change. Oh man, I thought I blocked it. So either way, it sucks. But I feel like that's a thing where, like, you shouldn't, like, regardless of which, unless they murdered somebody, unless they did inappropriate things to you in the sense that it's, in a way that, parents shouldn't do, then okay, yes, that's the level of where, like, okay, if your parents were absolutely cruel and abusive and molested you or something, then yeah, no, they don't deserve that level of respect. But you don't just go bad mouthing them because they're having a bad day or because they're stressed that they have to pay all the bills. I now, like, when I became an adult, I realized how stressed my mother was. She's a single mother dealing with me, dealing with my sibling, and then having to pay everything on her own with health problems. And it's just like, okay, I get it. I get it now. I understand the stresses of paying bills. I understand the stresses of rent. And I try to be a little more understanding of her struggle. I'm not over here, man, I hate my mom or anything. Nah, man, like, bro, like, they made us, man. Yeah, we didn't choose to be alive, but they made us. Still got to keep some level. At least they put a roof over your head. At least they gave you money. At least they bought you food and toys and drinks and freaking games and all that sort of stuff. If they didn't love you, they wouldn't be doing that sort of stuff. So for you to badmouth and say, I hate my mom, like, bro, we're 30. Stop. Let it go. You need to just move out. And thankfully he did, and thankfully their relationship has significantly changed for the better, which I'm very proud of for him. There may be some negative aspects to the guy, but he has shown that he is capable of change, and that's a good thing. But like I said, the thing about parents is some just don't have the ability to change. My father, on one hand, he's a smart man. If he's still alive, I wish him nothing but the best. I would hope that my sibling would talk to him one last time if he is still around. But if he's not, well, that sucks. Excuse me. It is life. Yeah, people are up here. Let's see. Cody said hi. So, what's up? Is anyone there? Yeah, we're here, man. I mean, I'm just talking about life right now. David said, I appreciate that, man. You passed away in July of 2020, so it's been tough. But I'm sorry you guys don't have contact. That is how my older brother and dad were. Don't talk. Now my bro regrets he never tried. When we are young, we don't realize our parents are still growing just like we are. Absolutely, man. That's another thing that, like, in our minds when we're young, we don't understand. Unless you're smart and you have a lot of wisdom behind you, you don't realize that until you become an adult yourself. So I don't get those, I don't get those families that are like, man, fuck my mom, fuck my dad. No, man, bro, like, no, don't be like that, man. Oh, I've had friends like that. So, like, oh my God, I've had friends that are just straight up dirty to their parents like that, which I never understood. I believe in a good ass whooping. If you're a bad kid, you deserve an ass whooping. Boy, I tell you what, that put me on the straight and narrow. That's why I never talk no mess to my family.
3, 2, 1, go!
I mean, yeah, there's, arguments and stuff like that, but that's a thing that always happens in families. But if it's like to the point where, like, you're breaking things and you got to get the cops involved, that's some other level type of stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah, I believe in ass whoopings, bro. I believe it. I believe in it so much. If you're being disrespectful, it's like they say, right? Like, for every action, there's an equal reaction to it. You're gonna get one if you act up. You better learn it now than learn it when you're like 30 years old. That's like when I look what's crazy, David? When I look at a lot of whenever I look at things online, right? Those Facebook shorts, those YouTube shorts of these dudes who are like just disrespectful, that just do all these like quote unquote pranks. In my mind, it's like your parents did a bad job teaching you right and wrong and how to behave socially, you know? It's one thing having a disability. It's another thing being a douche, you know what I mean? So when I watch these stupid pranks and stuff, it just makes me sick to my stomach. Like, this is supposed to be funny? Like, this is supposed to be like what you want to pass on as something for, you know, your viewers to watch? It's like, bro, all you're doing is enabling negative, you're just giving negative reinforcement to these impressionable children too. Now, on one hand, I feel like your parents should probably be on top of that, not let you watch these sort of things. But a lot of that goes right through their heads. And that's why I think a lot of these younger kids are so disrespectful. Not to say all of them. Hell no. I've seen how some act, you know. Some are more mature than I was when I was a kid, which is crazy. But there is a level of an awakening, I think, when it comes to these newer generations. It's just like the ones right after us that seem kind of weird. I don't know how to explain it. They just seem so weird. I'm a 90s kid, you know. I was born in 91. I'm a 90s kid. PK fire.
Good luck.
Does anybody remember that YouTube video Brawl Taunts? Does anybody remember that video where like there was a character that was like, "Hey guys, wouldn't it be cool if we could have Cloud and Sephiroth in Super Smash Brothers?" You know, and like Ike punches the hell out of his face. He's like, "Sorry, but I'm the only pretty boy in this game." Yeah, well, Sakurai would like to have a word with you. We've got Cloud and Sephiroth. 89 myself. I want to say I'm an 80s kid. I'm a 90s. I feel it, bro. Ooh. So you were just born during the earthquake. You were like what, 1? No, you were just born during the earthquake of 89. Luckily, I missed it. My parents told me all about that stuff too. They said that it looked like the pavement looked like it was rippling like water, like waves. That it was insane. It was like one of the scariest things they ever went through because, you know, they've never seen an earthquake of that level of magnitude back then, you know. Fortunately, I wasn't alive to be around that. That must have been a very horrifying experience in California at the time. I actually wasn't trying to do a smash attack. I was trying to do a forward tilt. I'm probably going to lose this one too. I'm kind of warming up. But I'm just like not there. I'm like emotionally checked out for this game. I'm like, no, I'm checked out. You jerk. That's what you get. I'm sorry, Ann. I don't mean to teabag. I was just excited. Thanks for the like. I appreciate it. Thank you, Krishna. Am I saying that right? Krishna. Into the floor we go. Let's see. It says, I think my mom was pregnant with me when it happened. They told me about it. God, that must have been horrifying. Well, technically you were alive for it, so there you go. And it says, / persona. right, Brian, here you go. Good luck.
Good luck.
God, I love that sound clip.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Good luck. One more.
Good luck.
Okay, one more.
Good luck.
I love that.
Go!
Oh. Interesting. Ooh. Ooh, boy. Can I survive? Ooh. Use whoever you'd like, my friend. Choice is yours. Can't have you having that for very long. Oh man, here I go. Here I am, going everywhere I can. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Well played, my friend. Well played. This one's for you. No, I'm trash. Bro, I'm trash at this game. Trust me. PK Fire is up next. I'm terrible at this game. I'm gonna be real.
3, 2, 1, go!
Hey, David, you ever heard of a convention called Fanime? Since you're out here, you said you're only 4 hours away. You ever heard of a convention called Fanime? Planning on going there, hopefully, next month? Ooh, you got me. Well, I'll do the same to you as you did to me. Home run. Hey, very nice. I like that. Ooh, that got me. Straight out of bounds. The old pizza toss, I see. Ooh. It's held up in San Jose. It's a little convention that happens every year. was thinking of going there, but I don't know. My friend is kind of like, I don't know if I want to go or not. Who is that? Who are all the voice actors that are going to be there? And I'm just like, I don't freaking know. I don't go for the voice actors. I go for the merch, man. Oop, that might be it. Oh my god, I still breathe. That might be it. Oh man, wrong direction. Oh, what? A tilt? It's held for 4 days. It's where people come in and dress up and cosplay different characters. I've met probably only one popular cosplayer. Good game. Yes, good game, Cody. I've only seen one particularly popular cosplayer by the name of Momo-kun. Miss Mariah Mallard. I believe that's how you pronounce her name. I met her. She was pretty nice. A little taller than I expected. But nonetheless, she looked very nice. Unfortunately, I can't say that she still looks the way she looked when I met her, but seems like she put a lot of collagen in her lips. No disrespect to the woman, obviously. But, you know, she's a very attractive individual. As opposed to, I mean, I haven't seen anyone else that I could tell you I recognize. But I think 2 years ago, when or whenever the last Fanime happened, where it was in person, because they tried to do this whole live stream thing, which I thought was really dumb. But they did a thing, and they I think that one guy from My Hero Academia was there, the voice of Bakugo, I believe. Which is funny because my friend went to go get an autograph, but all he had was an All Might poster. So the guy looked at him like, huh? He's like, I know, I'm sorry, I have the wrong one. He's like, it's fine. So he ended up signing it or whatever. Pretty interesting. There are some voice actors that are going to be there this year, but I don't know. I don't go there for that. It's funny because right after Fanime, the second Fanime that I went to, there was one in the Bay Area, and it was like it was happening right when I came back to work, and Veronica Taylor was there, and I'm like, no, Veronica Taylor was there. I called my friend immediately on my break. I was like, bro, Veronica Taylor's gonna be here. She's here like today and tomorrow, man. What do you want to do? He's like, I don't know. Are you sure? I'm like, I just heard it in the radio. She's gonna write the radio. I heard them say Veronica Taylor, former voice actress of Ash from Pokemon, going to be at this convention, and I'm like, man, I would have loved to have met her. If I meet a famous voice actor, I'm definitely gonna pay them to say, hey guys, this is blah blah blah, this is so and so. Why don't you go ahead and follow Arc Hour Gaming? You know? Yeah, you should, man. It would be a great experience, man. It's actually a very positive experience going to one of those conventions. Fanime is not the biggest one and not the best one, but it's all right. There's other conventions that I've heard that are a lot better. But that's the only convention I've gone to consistently.
Go!
I think it's on May 27th through the 30th. The convention will be open. I'm wondering if a lot of people are going to be there this year. A lot of cosplayers. I know that the mandate's over, so people will be coming. Just, I don't know how many. The only reason I haven't bought a ticket yet is because I'm wondering, is this company going to actually call me for the job? Like, am I gonna actually get a real interview? Like, let's do it already, man. If so, I won't get the ticket. I won't go if I have to start working. But if I don't, If I don't get a call within this month, I'll order the ticket. I wouldn't even know how to do that, man. Lisa is not playing. Do I still have that PNG? No, that's the AFK PNG. Where's that gift that I had? Oh, I don't have it. What the heck? What did I say that? Ooh. Nando Diarichi. Are you in here? Let me see. Okay, Cloud versus Sephiroth. Ought to be fun. Oops, I apologize for the sound. I don't think I have it anymore.
1, go!
Very nice. Oh man. Ugh. Huh. That was peculiar. Wow. Oh, she got me. Aw. I'm not gonna open up a new arena, man. If I do that, then I'm gonna have to kick everyone out, and then people will leave, and then it'll be empty. Pretty sure people won't want to come in after that. I've got quite a bit. I can try through the rules and see if I can. Whoops. Let me see. Nope, can't change it. Sorry, man. yeah, man, I really do recommend going to a convention at least one time. One of those things that if you go to a convention, you'll like it. You'll meet new people that are probably into the same sort of stuff you're into, you know? Excuse me.
Donkey Kong.
Monkey Kong.
Donkey Kong.
No, I know who I want to be.
Pokemon Trainer.
Yeah. But I'll put myself in the spectator seat for now. Tiny little break. Take a tiny little break. Here, gotta check my phone and see what's up. That there's some people watching on Twitch, but not a lot. Barry Bear, hello. Welcome to Arc Hour Gaming Arena. Hopefully you have some fun, my friend. If you decide to play, no problem. You can spectate if you want. But we need the arena to grow, so the Smash Arena ID is H2SG9. Come on down and play some Super Smash Bros. With us here on Arc Hour Gaming. I appreciate it very much if you follow, like, share, and subscribe, and set those notifications up for the next time that I stream. My username is Arc Hour Gaming. Down to be a part of this. Today, of course, we're playing Smash Brothers a little late, but that's all right. Usually it's 6:45. I may end up pushing the time. For the next time that I stream, I may push it to 5. I may push it to 7. I don't know yet. There's not really a consistent time, my friends. I don't know, man. It's just whenever I wake up, you know. Yeah, he's pretty good. Well, Lisa's pretty good, I should say. She's pretty good at the game. Dominating right now, honestly. We need somebody to take her down. Unfortunately, I don't have the motivation at the moment. But you never know. Motivation might strike a little bit later. I don't know how long the stream is really going to go for. I always say I'm going to end it quick, but I end up keeping it up for a lot longer than normal. Sadly, a lot of the regulars aren't here, but that's only because probably of the time, you know, that it is late. God's sake, it's almost 2 in the morning. Ugh. Go hut. That was interesting. Kurenai. Made, made. Made yo. Oh, dobeda. I know how to speak fake Japanese. Oh, dobeda yanji yo. Chanji renji yo. Itsukai. I have no idea what I'm saying. I'm telling you, it's fake Japanese, folks. Oh my God! I should share a story of the anime convention that I went to a couple years ago. Check this out. I don't look at it too much. I don't look at the subs. I'm more of a dubs guy. But no, I'm gonna tell you guys a story that to this day sort of irks me a little bit. So let's see. I was at Fanime, and my ex-girlfriend and I were going, and she had the bright idea to bring her friend along. And I met her a couple of times. She seemed like a quiet, reserved kind of person. So I was like, okay, yeah, sure, why not? Now, I told my ex, I was like, you drive. I don't really want to drive. I don't like driving very far. So, we ended up picking the girl up. We told her a specific time that we'd be at her place, pick her up. So we head in and we get over there. And my friend was there with us. So, and my sibling was there too. And we get to the girl's house, and we're waiting about 25 minutes. And we're telling her, like, what the hell is going on? Like, we told you we'd be here at this time. You wanted to come, so you gotta, this ride is not free. You're gonna at least have to help with gas or food. And the girl, she came in after 30 minutes. We went into her house to use the restroom or whatever. She wasn't ready. And I was just like, you knew ahead of time the time of when we were gonna get there and how long it would take. She decided to take her sweet time and do nothing. So when she's finally ready, we leave. And she apparently got a little too comfortable around me. And one thing is, I do not tolerate disrespect. I mean, if you call me a name, you better watch what the hell you're saying to me. So, and especially in front of my sibling, who's significantly younger than me. Calling me she said the B word to me, but like in a joking kind of, way. And I'm just like, bruh, first of all, don't disrespect me. My sibling was talking about a friend of theirs who was going through a depressive issues that were significant, suicidal and all that sort of stuff. So I was trying to console my sibling and tell them that, hey, look, if that's the sort of thing that's going on with this person, and they legitimately feel like they want to end themselves, then the reality is you need to, as a friend, contact her and let her know what's going on, and also possibly talk to your counselor or something to see if she can receive any sort of help. And the girl was like, my ex's friend was like, well, it doesn't really matter because I used to do that too. I used to cut myself and hurt myself all the time. I'm like, okay, but you understand that this isn't your conversation of jumping in, right? I didn't say it that mean, but I was like, I'm kind of trying to help my sibling understand the reality of the situation and how their friend is obviously in a negative state of mind that would, potentially suicidal. So I'm trying to tell her, like, I get it. At some point, most people are like that, but at such an early age, it's scary because you don't want somebody to end themselves. So this person, my ex's friend, was just like, it's just a phase and all this he's doing, and I used to do that all the time. I used to talk about it. I used to cut myself and all this sort of stuff. And I'm just like, why are you making this conversation about yourself when we're trying to figure out how to help somebody? My friend and I were really trying to give my sibling a word of advice, Long story short, she's just being kind of annoying, trying to make the conversation about themselves. And I'm like, what happened to this quiet, reserved person that, I met a few times? Got a little too comfortable around us. And so I've had back problems since working at that place. And, so I had a hat, and I asked her, like, hey, can you grab that for me? I can't bend down. And then her friend is like, in Spanish, she just basically says, you're a lazy ass person. And I'm like, oh, really? I'm like, I looked at her straight in the eyes, and I got in her face, and I was like, listen, I don't know who you think you are, but you're not going to disrespect me in my own vehicle. in front of my family and in front of my friends and in front of my girlfriend. You have to understand that we are not friends. You and I barely know each other. For you to have that level of disrespect in my face shows me that you clearly have no respect for anyone. You know what I mean? Just because I met you a few times does not mean that gives you the right to act like we've known each other for like 20 years, calling me names. I never called you out of your name, so don't call me out of mine. You know, you're acting like a child right now. I'm a grown ass man. You don't talk to me like that. And if that's how you're gonna be, well, I should, you should just find your way home after this, after the convention. So she immediately shut down, immediately put herself like on her tablet, no, on her phone, listening to music, trying to ignore everything. I was trying to freaking make it a little less awkward, but you don't disrespect somebody, especially in front of your family. That's wrong. And so the story goes like I mean, I had a great time, honestly, with me and my friend, and my ex. We all had a good time, but the other girl was just like, she was not having it. She did not want to interact at that point. Never once did she apologize. Never once did she contribute with gas, food, or anything. Instead, she decided to buy herself about $70 worth of merchandise, lipsticks and all that sort of stuff. And I'm just like, bro, like, and I even told her, so you're not going to help out. You're not going to help out with gas or anything. We're picking you up, and you can't even contribute even a little bit. Okay. And then you wanna stay in my hotel room? You're tripping. So I told my friend, I was like, bro, can you just have that girl in your room, please, bro? He was just like, do I really? And I'm like, just do it, bro. It's just one freaking night. So he's like, all right. He was, he's a very like polite person. So he's like, do you want to take the bed, or I could sleep on the couch? Completely ignoring me. She thought that it was gonna be cool if she stayed in my hotel room, and I'm like, no way, man. Not after the way you acted. And first and foremost, I never agreed to have you into my hotel room to sleep over. No way, I'm not that kind of dude. So, you have better luck sleeping in the car that you didn't put gas in. But she was just rude. And then the next day, she wanted to go home, so we decided, well, let's go get some food or whatever. So we did. We tried cheering her up, like, look, come on, everybody, I was like, everybody, let's just cheer her on to, come on down and eat with us. But she was just like, whatever about it. So I was like, all right, well, I tried. I told my ex, I tried, I'm sorry. But she was disrespectful, and she doesn't have the right to act that way too. And I made her see, like, it's funny because, like, a lot of the time it felt like they thought I was brainwashing the girl, when in reality I was only opening the girl's mind to, like, your friends are kind of shitty. You have really bad friends. You should really reconsider your friendships with these people, because they disrespect you, they ignore you, they act a certain way. Like, her quote-unquote best friend was this guy who only contacted her whenever he felt lonely or whatever, and he'd brag about how many friends he had, and how he always has a bunch of time, not enough time to hang out with people, but I'm gonna give you a couple of minutes out of my day to say that about myself. And I told her, I'm like, is this the kind of friends you want? And it got to the point where she was actually envious of my friends, or the friendships that I had, because none of my friends are like that, Like, we're dudes, we're not, I have more friends than you, I'm so much more popular than you. I'm like, bro, this is some high school level shit. Like, you guys are in your mid-20s, and this guy's acting this way? Like, bro, like, you realize your best friend's not your best friend, right? I'm your best friend at this point. But, they kind of gave like, if they said I was manipulating, and I'm like, bro, I have no intention of manipulating it. The reality is, I just wanted you to open your eyes and see what kind of friends you had, because in the end, you pick them, you have to live with them. I don't. I'd be like, screw you guys, I'm out of here. Screw you guys, I'm going home, basically. But yeah, they got a little too comfortable around me, and I'm like, I'm not that kind of guy. I'm not like, what's up, bitch? How you doing, bitch? Like, I don't do that. I'm not that guy. I don't do that. It's disrespectful as all hell. David says, I hate when people are rude for no reason, especially in my comfort zone. Exactly. It's wrong. They don't respect your space. They don't respect your, like, if you give somebody respect, you should get the same level of respect as well. You know what I mean? Personally, I didn't like them. So when we ended, they were all telling her, don't get back with him. Don't get back with him. She's like, I don't know. I kind of want to. And I was like, well, I told her straight up. Excuse me. I told her straight up. You know, you're going to make your own choice, honey. If you want to be with me, you can. If you don't, you need to stop coming around into my life because I don't need anybody to check up on me. I'm not hurting myself. I'm not that kind of guy. Yes, I was sad, but at the end of the day, you know, it is what it is. It ended. You picked the friend of ours over me. You decided to date him, and I'm like, okay, well, you made your choice. Well, he's just nice and he listens. I'm like, dude, I listen too, but I don't like to listen to nonsense. I'm very, I'm very to the point. Like, I've been told I'm very blunt at times, very honest, and I don't know, maybe I am. But give me 1 second. Whee! Oh boy. Aw. Is okay. Oh man, I believe honesty is the key to any relationship, friendship or relationship. One of the things I've always said. I mean, in fact, I feel like a lot of the times when I get into relationships, like, wow, you're so honest and stuff. I'm like, yeah. I am. You're gonna hate it eventually. I always say that. You're gonna hate me eventually. It's all good. I'm just letting you know. But you're so sweet and nice. I always preface it that I am not a nice person. I am very much not a nice person. I consider myself to be quite blunt and sometimes downright mean. But the reality is, that's just how I'm built. And, you know, I think the people that say that they are a good person clearly have some sort of psychological problem where they think they are good people. They believe their own delusion. I don't need to tell myself I'm a good person. Yeah, I'm mean. I don't care. But I'm not hateful. Aw. Whirl! Yeah. Oh man, I was trying to do a down smash. What the heck, bro? Yeah. Oh my god, did I actually kill? Damien says I'm joining the arena. Yay!
Pokemon Trainer.
That was one of the problems that she didn't really have deep and meaningful conversations with her friends. You know, it was more of those sort of friendships where they hang out, drink, you know, chill out, and just brag to one another. She was a very meek kind of person, very quiet and reserved. The wallflower, as I would say, she was very much a wallflower. She was sweet, but the relationship ultimately ended for me because, well, there were a lot of factors into it. But I had a very terrible temper. I have a terrible temper, and I'll admit that. I'm one of the first to say. I get angry very quickly. I explode. I can't help myself. That's just something I've been trying to work on for quite a long time. I don't know if I've made any significant progress, but the reality is I know who I am as a person. I'm intelligent enough to understand that, you know, I have issues that may not be resolved anytime soon. But I'm trying. You know, one of the most important things is to make the effort of trying. But do I regret being so mean to that girl? Yeah, of course. You know, that sucks. She got the brunt of the worst aspect of me. But not to say that it wasn't justified at times. I mean, for God's sakes, you know, you got my car towed like 3 times, and then on top of that, you got yourself a $900 ticket. It's like, do you expect me to like be calm about this situation? You know, I don't tolerate stupidity for very long, and that was one of the problems that I never could get over with that person. She would say some sort of things like, and I've said this before. She would say things like, "I need to make my own mistakes in life in order to learn. I have to make mistakes in order to learn from them." And I would tell her, why would you want to do that when you have somebody telling you, hey, you probably shouldn't do that? You know I gave you that, right, Lisa? I gave you that. Happy birthday, Lisa. Lisa, it's your birthday. Ooh, yeah. Give me 1 second. I'll read these in a minute. Let's just take that quickly. It's funny, she had a best friend named Lisa. And she was the only one that I saw that was actually a decent person in her friendships. This was years ago, man. This was years ago, though. I know that she's probably a lot happier now, so I give her that. You know, like it's a good thing. And honestly, I think to myself, that guy did me a favor by ended up by getting with her. Honestly, I always told her, you always make the wrong choice when the right one is. But a $900 ticket, man, for getting into the HOV lane. Like, bro, you know that the HOV lane is only available for for 3 or more people. Only until it's 7 p.m. can you get in there without a problem. She's like, I want to take a risk, and I'm just like, dude, okay, that's your choice, but you're driving my car. If you get a ticket, it's on you. So she ultimately decided to get on the HOV lane, got a ticket for $980. Tickets are $480, I think, or $430 or something like that. I don't remember. But since we're bus drivers and we have passenger endorsements, tickets are double. Believe it or not, if you're a bus driver, if you get a ticket, it is double the price of a normal ticket. So that is something to be very consider when you are a bus driver. Never make those kind of mistakes, man. But ultimately, you know, it ended, and yeah, it ended kind of ugly, but at the same time, I think she's in a happier place now. And I do hope the best for her. Would I want to have a friendship with her and that guy? Probably not. I don't. First of all, I believe in the rule of bros first, you know? I believe in the rule of bros first. The fact that they decided to be in a relationship to me was very disrespectful. But at the end, you know, he did me a favor. Because I ended up being a lot happier with a lot less stress. In fact, one of the things was depression was a major thing with that girl. And the lack of being able to handle her money properly. In fact, she was about $6,000 in debt. And then turned out to have $10,000 after our relationship. Which was insane, dude. How do you get that? I spoke to her father, and he was like, listen, I'm gonna tell you something right now. She's never been good at holding money, keeping money. And I'm like, but then why is she blaming me on it? That I'm the reason why. She tried to tell me. And this is always the funniest thing. So, late at night, you go to Jack in the Box and you get yourself something called a munchie meal. And this is when munchie meals were first, put out. So munchie meals are about $6 at the time. It was about $6 or something. She told me at the end of the relationship, she's like, I'm in debt because of you. I'm like, because of me? She's like, yeah, all those munchie meals that I bought you and all. I'm like, hold on. First of all, $6,000 worth of munchie meals would put me in a coma or in a grave. I'd have a stroke. What are you, nuts? I can't eat that much junk food. She tried to blame it on me. I'm like, bro, no. It's your fault for buying all those magic cards before you and me even got together. You put yourself in your own debts. I didn't do that. I've look, one thing I'll say is I may have been broke, but I always prevented myself from getting into debts, man. Debt is just a scary thing, man. I never had a debt in my life. Let's see. Let me look at this. David said, my first and only ticket was in a construction zone. Doubled the amount, 531 later. I've never gotten another ticket driving. Good on you, man. It's best not to repeat the same thing, you know what I mean? But I will say, in California, especially in the Bay Area, people love to double park all the time out here. Jesus Christ. It's crazy. And in my neighborhood, everybody double parks. The police just stroll on by like, oh, we're not even going to give them tickets. We don't even care. It's like, dude, really? Yeah, absolutely. I have one debt now. I do have one debt, but, it's, I bought a car. I bought myself a van. I was like, I want to get a brand new van. Like, why not? I got a decent, the monthly's really low. It's only like $200 a month. I put a significant amount of money into it so that I wouldn't have to worry about paying high prices in the event that something were to happen in terms of like losing a job or anything. Like $200 is like nothing. Well, it was when I was working. Now it's like 200's like, yeah, no. I gotta be really considerate about my savings. No worries, Damien. Not a big deal, my friend. I'm so happy that you got the game. I remember you telling me a while back that you were planning on getting it. So good on you, man. And Cody, no problem, man. Go ahead and practice and come back whenever you feel. But yeah, man. Ultimately, at the end of the day, I have regret for being so mean. But I never once tried to brainwash this person. Like, I just wanted them to see the reality of their friendships with people and their inability to understand that, like, you don't have to learn things the hard way if someone who already has lived the hard way is telling you that, hey, you shouldn't do this because it will either financially wreck you or emotionally wreck you. Believe it or not. But, certain people just don't want to hear. And one of the worst parts was that for every negative thing that I would say, I would always give something positive, right? Like, I would say you do a lot of dumb shit. You're not a dumb person. But you do a lot of dumb shit. But no matter what, like, that wasn't a compliment. But, like, if I would say something complimentary, they just didn't know how to... It went through how does it go? One ear out the other, man. And that's something that happens with people with depression. They value more the negative aspects of what they hear rather than the positive parts. So the reality is, well, she only wanted to hear what she wanted to hear, and unfortunately for her, I looked like an evil man when in reality I was just somebody trying to look out for the person I cared about. Oh, Damien says, but I haven't played since earlier last year. Not a problem, man. Not a problem. Play the game right now. Enjoy it. Get your butt kicked a little bit, man. It's part of the process. Me, on the other hand, I feel kind of tapped out, honestly. Funny. Oh, that's just life. Going through relationships is No one ever said relationships were easy, my friend. Relationships are a difficult thing to maintain, to try to keep healthy. And honestly, even now, I would say, like, if I were to have a relationship, it wouldn't be easy. I know my problem. I know my issues, and I don't know if anybody wants to tolerate that. All those things, man. It says I'm having to relearn the controls. That's fine, man. Not a problem. In fact, I think it's a good thing relearning. Wasn't I going to take a small break like an hour ago? I'll be right back. I'm going to take a tiny little break, folks. Keep on playing, keep on watching. The arena is open. H2SG9. The arena ID is H2SG9. That's H2SG9. Come on down, play a little Super Smash Brothers with me and these fine folk here. Let me see before I even leave. To see if I'm even in the line. Alright, I'm up next, so I'll do the one battle, and then I'm gonna take a small break. Here we go.
Good luck.
3, 2, 1, go!
No problem, Damien. Take all the break you need, bro. Really? Punishment. I have that too, buddy. I've got a whirly move too. Whoa! Very nice. That should be a Pokemon move. Aw, man. Oh, I'm still alive? What? I'm gone. All right, be right back, folks.
Banjo and Kazooie win! Uh-huh. Three, two, one, go!
Okie dokie. Here we go.
Good luck.
Well, I guess I'm going to have to put Rockman Dive for a little bit of a break. All right, Lisa versus me.
Go!
Ugh. Oh, man. Aw. There goes me, sadly. Now, let's see. I actually have a recommendation for a stream game mode. Well, what is it, man? I'm listening. I've got ears, my friend. Go ahead. I've got ears and eyes. What is it you want to see in the game? I don't know who to be. Maybe
Choose your fighter. K. Rool.
maybe this guy. Oh no. Sure.
Three, two, one, go!
Oh, you want to do teams? I think Thursday is when I'm going to do that. What day is it today? Today's Wednesday, right? Tomorrow, or I guess later tonight. That's what I'm planning on doing. I'm trying to see if people would want to, but I kind of have my doubts. Most people don't really are into the idea of teams, since a lot of them tend to bounce out of the game whenever I open one up. Maybe tomorrow. We'll see. Hero, neutral, and villains. Be interesting. For this stream, unfortunately, I don't think it's gonna happen. Or later today, maybe if I'm online. Hopefully, I am. What a nice banjo. It would be interesting, don't get me wrong. It's like I said, though, I really have my doubts that people would want to do it. Like, I'm down for teams, but most people, like I said, they bounce out whenever I try to open up a team lobby. So tomorrow, what I'm going to do is just have a team lobby straight open and wait until, people start showing up. And if people don't, well, I'll just cut the stream short for them, man. Yeah, no, I hear you, bro. Lord almighty. Already 2:30 in the morning. Wow. Ooh, very nice. I'll tell you what. I'm going to do one more battle, I think. And then in the last battle, I'm going to change it up. I'm going to make it a free-for-all. If they all leave, then that's a perfect indication for me to end the stream. We'll see. And that's me for... Yep. There's a communication error. That may be because I went idle for too long. Probably.
No
Bow
contest.
contest. Bow contest. Ooh, he bounced out. Alright, one last battle. Screw it. One last battle, and then I'm gonna probably get off of this game. Well, David said he had Mario Kart, right? I wonder if anybody else here has Mario Kart. It'd be very interesting to see if we can set something up. She's like, no, I'm not falling for that, buddy boyo. Wow. Huh. Oh, we got one more, but I'm having my doubts on this battle. Holy smokes. It says, yeah, I've never played any of my Switch games online. Always playing AI. And that's not a big deal, man. I suck at these games too. But yeah, you're right. There is an idea. Okay, we're gonna probably shut down this arena, I think. Let's do that. You know what? I have an idea. If Lisa doesn't leave, I'll do a free-for-all. Let me see. Let's see. Why the hell not? It's even the odds a little bit against Lisa. Hold on, wait for her, bro. Wait for her. There we go. Sword Fighters versus King K. Rool.
Three, two, one, go!
Back scratch. Yay! Ooh, and there goes me. Oh boy. Damn, son. Oh. Oh, beautiful. Oh, that's me too, man. Ooh. There is nothing I can do against Lisa. Lisa, good game. You are tonight's winner. You are the champion of Arc Hour Gaming. A round of applause for Lisa, folks. That being said, we're going to close up the arena. And, this is where I'm ending things. Thank you very much for being part of Arc Hour Gaming Arena. So, I want to just show off a couple of the games that I have. These are some that I have right here. Who knows? Maybe one of you guys or girls have some of these games that we could play together. Let's see. I have Smash, Super Nintendo Online, Paladins, Dragon Ball FighterZ, A Kirby in the Forgotten Land, Brilliant Diamond, Breath of the Wild, Legends Arceus, Shield, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Ultra, Street Fighter 2. I'm terrible at fighting games. Scott Pilgrim, Classic NES. Genesis, I don't technically have since I don't have the upgraded version of the online of Minecraft, Fortnite, Mario Golf Super Rush. This game is fun. I wouldn't mind playing that again. Mario Maker 2, Mario Party Superstars. That's another game I want to play online. This was the Aegis game that I was telling you guys about. I have Tetris. I have X. This game sadly doesn't have online features. Super Mario Party does not have online features. I think Kirby Clash may have it. I have the ZX Collection, Crypt of the Necromancer. I have a lot of games, but a lot of them I don't really play. So, yeah, that's pretty much all I've got right now. I want to get back into this. There's an update for Grandia. Oh, man, my library's small, though, compared to some folks, man. Very small. I love Metal Slug. I wish Metal Slug had online support. It's an incredibly fun game to be playing with people. Yeah, Xenoblade 2. That's a game I should start over from scratch. I know that Streets of Rage has online, but I don't know if you can invite friends to that. I don't know. I only played a tiny bit of Grandia, but it was one of those games that look and feel pretty fun. I only played a tiny bit, but I like it. I mean, I like those kind of RPGs. This is the game, Aegis Defenders. Tell you what, I'm going to play a tiny bit of it so I can show you guys how bad this game, for some reason, lags. Some frame rate problems. Aw, man. That sucks. Well, not really. I mean, Streets of Rage on PS4 is probably a lot better than the Switch version, right? Probably higher frames and stuff. So this game looks amazing. It's a very, very nice looking game. It's a pixel kind of game. Guess I didn't get too far. Last time I checked. This game out, there was a problem with it. Let's see if I go here. I think it'll start to lag to the point where it might freeze the Switch. I don't remember if this was the level, but there was a level that pretty much completely stopped me from playing this game. It's great. Honestly, it's a very beautiful looking game with it's pixel art, you know. Shovel Knight's in this game too, by the way.
Agreed.
Get it done.
Just need to warm up the engine if you're gonna fly out here, so I'll be moving pretty slow at
Get it done.
Yes, ma'am. I don't remember if this was the game. This was the level. And honestly, I don't really remember how to play this. So, yeah. What am I don't even know what I'm supposed to do. This would be a fun game to play again. can tell, it looks really nice. Who knows? Maybe they updated it. I don't know. Alright, I can play as her grandfather. But it looks, yeah, it's a pretty good looking game. I guess maybe they fixed it up or something. It's a really good game. I wouldn't mind streaming this, honestly, if it's running again. Yeah, hell yeah. It's just basically a defense kind of game. But yeah, Shovel Knight's in it. A couple of other characters are in here, I think. Oh no. Ow. Goes to show you how bad I'm at this game. There were a lot of games that I had online. Looks like Grandpa needs some hearts. But there was a point in this game where it just, for some reason, it just lagged really, really badly. And it totally killed the immersion for me, you know? Oh, not enough resources? But yeah, the game is fun. I'm going to tell you that right now. It's a very pretty looking game. There's a lot of you know, building and sort of stuff in it. Just don't remember exactly how to play this anymore. But do I recommend it? Yeah, I really do. That's a good question. Under $5, huh? Gosh, I would have to look online. I don't really purchase a lot of games on the Switch anymore. I don't know, what do you guys think? I think it's a nice game. I guess they fixed it though, because it's not lagging and it's not like destroying my Switch. So maybe it's up and running again. Let's see. Alright, we're done with that game. Let's take a look at Grandia real quick. See, David wanted to see about that, right? Look at it real quick. There's a lot of games that are pretty good, man. I'll check out the eShop in a sec.
Game on.
Game art. ESP. It's in the game. Oh wait, that's a whole different thing. Well, David, take a look at it, my friend. I've done a few SNES games. In fact, I did Donkey Kong Country 1, 2. Currently working on Donkey Kong Country 3. No, Dixie Kong's Double Trouble, something like that. I've also done, let's see, Joe and Mac. There's a few games I've done for the SNES. Yoshi's Island, Super Mario World. I would very much love to replay Super Mario World again. I did about a 4.5-hour stream of Super Mario World 100%ing it, which I ended up doing. It was very fun. Ended up getting so many views. I had like 1,000 views. I was like, whoa! All the likes, and I was like, damn, maybe I should do Super Mario World again. Get my view count up. The game is very pretty. Old school, man. Blue Plush Productions 197. Hello, my friend. Hopefully you're having a wonderful evening tonight. I'm over here just showing my friends here some of the games that I have. But yes, this is Grandia. My mother had a friend who she used to work with, who had a son who collected a lot of Japanese books, and I don't mean manga. I mean like Japanese video game books. One was called RPG. The other one was called, I don't even remember. They were all in Japanese, but there were a lot of interesting games, and I saw a few that I've never heard of that didn't come to the United States. But this was one of the games that was highlighted in the books. Obviously, I couldn't understand Japanese, but it was very interesting, to say the least. But we'll take a look at the game for a second. I only paid 20 minutes. This is what the game looks like. Yes, you don't say. What could a pot lid mean? Does pot lid be the shield of light? Hey, you know what? It does look like a shield. Come on, let's pick it up. Pot lid acquired. But it's an isometric looking game, as you can tell. It's an isometric RPG. I am a foundering ship. I love you, number one. Why are you wandering around here? Did you do something? I'm just thinking of a line to set my girl's heart on fire. I'm finally going to propose to her. I'm going to win her heart on a romantic night. I love the sea as far as you can see. Uninterrupted whitecaps. When I look at the sea, I feel refreshed as if it could wash my body and soul away. His back is covered with seagull droppings. Ew, you're right. Justin, looking at the sea today, just be careful. The handrails, they're getting old and fragile. Hey, I know all about them. Huh? How do you know that? You must have been the one who broke them. Ah, rats. Busted again. I climbed on the handrail. Try to see the new world and snap. Justin jumping on the handrail again. It's gonna break again. Don't worry, let's look. Yeah, a little bit. Let me read what you said. I was Rasperado Gaming. He's a huge Super Mario fan. About all she plays or watches. She plays hacks though, so it's always a different Super Mario game. I believe so. I believe they battle like Final Fantasy. Like I said, I haven't really gotten too far. In fact, I don't really remember anything about this game. I don't know what I'm supposed to do right now. But the game looks very nice. It's very pretty. I'm in the Young Men's Camp, our club. But to see that farm's full of activity, it keeps developing. The time for youth has come. That's what Young Men's Club is for. How about it, Justin? You want to join? Yeah, I think I'll pass. If I joined, I couldn't go adventuring when I wanted. Terrible, Justin, telling our hiding places to the ones whose it is against the rules. Sorry about that. I won't do that again. Who's behind this, sticking these flyers on the walls of other people's houses? I know, it must have been you. Huh? It wasn't me. Look in these eyes. Are these eyes lying? No. I don't know if the compass is telling me where to go or not. I honestly don't know what I'm doing in the game. So I'm guessing I gotta chase that guy. It says I'm gonna play Kirby Superstar. Alright. Oh no, I'm busted again. Isn't that Tense who just ran away? Too bad he's Gant's little brother, otherwise he's pretty cute. Think so? I guess he's a lot better than Gant's. I have no idea what to do. I would very much like to... maybe I'll do a stream of this game one day. What do you want? This bridge is closed now. Come on, go away. Don't you know that General Ball and Colonel Mullen are about to cross? Well, it doesn't matter until we square things up with Gantz. We shouldn't be going to South Farm anyway. I like the music, I'll tell you that right now. No way, I'm having a duel with him. Listen close, Dustin. The 4 treasures are hidden around North Pond. We'll never be able to find them all before sundown. If you don't fix that tooth soon, none of the girls will like you. Why don't you just give up? Then Sue will become Gant's bride, right? They'll live happily ever after. Stop that goose. I don't want to be Gant's bride. You were a 3rd-rate adventurer with a 4th grade duel disc. You only found one of the hidden treasures. Well, I'm gonna show you these. You gotta admit that I'm first-rate, Gantz. You found the warrior's helmet and the shield of light. You got 3 out of the 4 treasures. Don't let it go to your head. You won't find the last one. Spirit sword. Spirit sword, piece of cake. So where the hell is that sword then? Yeah. Very Chrono Trigger like. Just that's like a save thing. Apparently I gotta find some sort of sword, but I wouldn't even know where to begin. I like the fact that you can move the camera, but it is a little trippy. Says, honestly, I would love to play with you someday. What, Kirby Superstar? Yeah, I'd be down to play something. Just gotta pick a proper day to do it, man. I'd be down to play with you. Why not? I've been playing Kirby's Dream Land 3 with my friend, and you know, I'll tell you that it was fun. Where is this damn sword that they're asking for? Maybe she's got it. Nope. Maybe he has it. Well, he ran in this direction, so maybe he's hiding somewhere around here. Where's that little brat? Oh, there he was. Dang it. Now I gotta restart it probably. Oh shit, I thought I knocked that out. I bet you it's in that little treasure chest. And I'm sure that kid is the one that has the key or something to it. Now I gotta redo this. So let me see. Let me find this kid again. Start it all up again. Yeah. If I can get into combat, I'll certainly show you what that looks like. Okay, there we go. First time around. There's the second time. And the third time. There he is. He ran off in this direction, right? There he is. I have no idea where that kid went off to. Oh man. I guess after a while he like respawns back to the original spot. Is that a strip joint? Bro, this might be a strip joint. Come on, get caught already. Jesus. I'm sorry, guys. I guess I just keep messing this up. I don't know. Oh, I saw him running in this direction. There he is. I feel like I keep just redoing the same thing over and over. Well, you get the gist. This is what the game looks like. Is he just gonna keep running? Yeah. Probably. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sorry, man. We're gonna get lost in that. But that's the game. That's what Grandia looks like, man. I recommend it if you're into the RPGs. I would probably have to sit down and restart the game from the very beginning to get the gist of what I'm supposed to do. But Yeah, that's basically the game. It's an RPG game. There are battling mechanics to it. Um, Clearly, if they made one, they made two. The first one must have been that good. So, yeah. Let me see. What was the objective? Let's see. Let me read it because now I want to check. Look at the kid's face. Okay, in the world. Blah blah blah. Found the armor. And tries to show us by giving us a hint. Not the sharpest tool in the shed. That one. This is where the other treasure are. The shield of light. Already got that. Hmm. I don't know. I have no idea. I have no idea what you're supposed to do. Wow, it's getting hot in my room. Either way, though, I do appreciate every single one of you coming on down and being part of this. Who knows what I'll stream next? I mean, let me see. What was Cody saying? I think it was Cody. Let's see. Kirby Superstar. That's the one on the SNES, right? Take a look at it real quick while I'm here. Might as well. Three Grandias. Oh, I didn't know there were three of them. Oh yeah, they have Earthworm Jim in here too. I just remembered. Okay. Let's see. This is the one I finished with my friend, so let's put that up there. Ugh, I don't even know if I want to play that game. I definitely wouldn't mind playing A Link to the Past. Oh, here's Superstar. Let me take a look. Let's see. Are these just mini games or something? There's not like a real story to it, right? Yes, I know. You don't need to explain. Oh, cool. And Kirby's like, no good. Well, there is a story. Okay. Ow. Do they do a little smooch? Oh, they do. Aww. Oh, wow. The cutter ability is a lot better than the one in Dreamland. Dreamland 3. Waddle do. Ow. Whoa, you can do combos in this one? Dang, man. I'm missing out. This is the one I should be playing with my friend here. Oh, neat. Oops. Oh, am I fighting Wispy? Looks like I'd be fighting Wispy right now. Oh wow, he took the kill. Let me see. There is a story. After completing like 3 mini games, I'm pretty sure Meta Knight's Revenge is unlocked. As for Milky Way, I haven't gotten there yet. There's also this cool thing where if you SL. Oh, yes. Shoryuken. Hadouken. Shoryuken. Oh, wow. His abilities are so good. If you swallow 2 different enemies with different abilities. Oh, is it like in Nightmare and Dreamland where you get 2 random abilities? Oh, man. You get a random ability, right? Dude, oh my god. Yeah, I gotta stream this. I for sure gotta stream this. This would be so much fun. You basically get this very fast wheel which is able to give you any ability. Yeah, like in Nightmare and Dreamland. Okay. That makes sense. I don't even know why I'm playing this right now. Out of like curiosity, I suppose. Warp Star. The Great Tiki. Alright. Let's bounce out of that. I do have this one. I have Kirby and the Forgotten Land. I'll take a quick look at it so you folks can see what I play. I don't know how far I am. Oh, wait, I'm on the wrong profile. There's my official profile, the one that I use personally and for Smash. And then there's the Arc Hour one. Let's see. This one's really nice. Except, like I said, you can't do co-op online. You can only do it locally, which totally sucks, man. You can wave at them, be like, hi. Let me see. I've gotten some abilities. There's this one that I really like. I swear to God, this looks like a Pope hat. Am I the only one that sees it? It looks like a Pope hat. My lord, that's powerful. That's not even upgraded. This is the upgraded fire ability. He's got a dragon motif. Some of the abilities are really nice in this game. I like the upgraded ones. I did get this. I did upgrade this one. There's certain moves you can do with it. I remember doing something. I did something crazy with it. I just don't remember the combo setup. Yeah, you can upgrade abilities in this game. In fact, this is an upgraded ability too. The Toy Hammer. Apparently it's very, very strong. Very fun game. I highly recommend this game. This is the upgraded Ranger class. The Noble Ranger. Upgraded ability here, the Chakram. The Chakram Cutter. the upgraded tornado ability. This is the upgraded drill ability. I honestly think I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Check this out. So this is the evolution of the drill, but the first one is an actual drill, a drill bit. This one should have been its second form, and this should have been the first. I don't know why they went with it. Actually, can I upgrade this? That would be hilarious if I can upgrade it. No, apparently you can't. And this right here can burrow underground and set little earthquakes or whatever. It also shoots pencils when you resurface. There's a lot of little interesting stuff, you know what I mean? The game is nice. I recommend it. If you ever decide on getting it, man, or if you ever have the money, I highly recommend this game. It's worth it. But I think that's it, man. I don't know. I'm tired. I'm probably just gonna watch a couple more episodes and then call it a night. Maybe I'll stream tomorrow. I'm not quite sure yet. I'm trying to see if I can get a haircut. My hair's getting a little long, folks. I do not like having long hair. I know that it's cold. It's cold for some reason this past week, but I need to have short hair, folks. Yeah, man, no problem. I'm down to show any games, man. I am. So yeah, I might end up doing Smash tomorrow night a lot earlier, 6:45 p.m. I'll set up an event if I do. But if not, I might just play a little bit more Zelda, or finally get back on Kirby and the Forgotten Land. May end up doing that if I wake up early enough. I'll probably do it around. If I wake up early, get a couple of hours of getting myself ready and stuff. Maybe around 11 a.m., maybe 2 p.m. Pacific time. I'll probably play Kirby and the Forgotten Land. Other than that, I may do Smash Brothers. I'm not sure yet. I'm kind of like on the fence of whatever to stream. But thank you, man. All right, folks. Thank you very much. I hope you all had a wonderful time, and hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your night, evening, morning, afternoon, wherever you are in the world. I appreciate every single one. Don't forget, you can follow, like, and subscribe to any of my social media platforms. I would appreciate it very much. Let's see. Cody says, well, I'll be there no matter what game it is. Thank you, Cody. I appreciate that, man. Thank you guys so much. All right, guys, you guys have a rest. I'm all tongue-tied right now. You guys have a wonderful night. This is Victor Arcadia signing out, and again, thank you for being part of Arc Hour Gaming. Catch you guys very soon. See you later. Peace.